Yeah, this is SnapBacks and FlatCaps. Myself, your host Rob. Dan Blake voice is en route. We also have a special guest this afternoon, and obviously we'll be talking about lots of topics. So if you want, you can go back to the previous episodes, which are available on SoundCloud, iTunes, SoundCloud and iTunes basically, or if you just Google SnapBacks and FlatCaps. We're here every couple of weeks talking about all the different topics that we're going to talk about, really. So it's myself, Dan. It's weird just being by myself for the moment because Dan is here. Dan is on his way, and we will have a special guest as well. We've had special guests before, but usually we talk about all different types of topics. And that's it. We're filming as well. If you want to see the old ones or previous ones, just you need to go to my YouTube, which is your host Rob, and then a W at the end, or Dan's, which is Dan Blake voice, and you can see the previous ones we had on there. What was we talking about last week? We were talking about old school clothes, innit? Academic tracksuits and baby blue night tracksuits and whatever else, right? And New Year's resolutions as well, yeah, which probably no one's kept. Did you do dry January? Did you do dry January? Nah. I don't know. I don't think I'd drink that much. Drink enough to do dry January. I think it'll be wasted on me. I think so. But don't forget as well, you need to listen to my show, which is Tuesday 7 p.m. till 9 on Pulse 88 Radio. That's the best of British show, playing the best of UK music. Also, Dan, Mr. Worldwide, plays 9 p.m. until 11. Same station, Pulse 88 Radio. And of course, if you go to Mixcloud, you can listen back to other shows as well. But yeah, New Year's, I don't really have any New Year's resolutions, I think. But I think this week we're going to be talking about that Gillette advert. I don't know if anyone's seen it, about some form of toxic masculinity, but I'll talk a little bit more when Dan gets in. Also about Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is in a few days' time, and just about the concept of it as a whole. Is there like, I don't know, is it a thing, Valentine's Day? Have you noticed that since in the run-up to Valentine's Day, there's been less men are trash posts? There's so less men are trash and less slagging off men because, you know, people want to be taken out and whatever. I'm not on Snapchat anymore. I'm on Insta, your host Rob. But I'm guaranteed if I was on Snapchat, there's going to be, on the 14th or the 15th, there's going to be flowers on there. There's going to be teddy bears on there. There's going to be a guy's arm on a car steering wheel, but there's going to be no guy in all girl Snapchats. I've noticed that. I don't know when it became a thing to hide because if I'm buying a girl's stuff, my face needs to be everywhere, you know. If I'm spending this amount of money getting you flowers and getting you a giant bear and going to the Shard, but I noticed that some of these girls proper hide. They're proper like fully hide man who are taking them to all these places. That's not right, is it? It's kind of a bit of a thing, isn't it? Obviously, if you know him well enough to buy him for him to buy you all this stuff or take you all these places, why are you hiding his face? If you're just seeing someone, obviously it's different than that. But I don't know, man. There's a lot of mugs out there, to be honest with you. I don't know. I never used to do that. Obviously, I'm not single anymore. I'm officially taken. I've retired. I've retired. I'm out of the game. There's, you know, at some point you need to sit there and think, you know what? I'm done with running hose. And yes, that's it. But even when I was active in the field, this behaviour that I'm seeing now, I wouldn't be involved with that, man. Valentine's Day is just another day, and I think if you're treating someone well, then it doesn't matter. Treating someone well, like every day should be like Valentine's Day in my eyes, you know. You should speak to them, you should tell them they're lovely and all that stuff. I don't know. I don't really know what women want anymore, to be honest with you. I only know what one woman wants, and that's enough for me, man. That's enough for me. I'm curious to see what Dan's going to say about this. Here he is. Dan's in the place, live on the podcast. Dan's here, special guest in the building. We're live. What's going on, man? Yeah, man. I was just getting started talking about Valentine's Day in a few days and all of that. And if you're going to be out, yeah, I'll put it on. There you go. If you're going to be out running hose on Valentine's Day, basically.
Valentine's Day talk first.
Yeah, just keeping it light and breezy, you know.
Obviously, you didn't bring no liquor, Rob, so you can't
Nah, there you go. Toast to success, as always. Toast to success, man. Well, I thought is everyone is people. Is it still dry January? Is that over? Is that a thing? Is that finished? Yeah.
Yeah. Get back on that rum and brandy.
Oh, is that what you usually have?
You know, we have like normally a little toast or something. Is it?
It's
a toast, like it's a little something.
Oh, fair enough. I heard that.
We could toast the water. We could toast the what's that? We got some energy juice. We've got ginger beer. It's all good.
Same.
Yeah.
Here we go.
You know, I get confused because you've got one camera that way and that one camera that way. Alright, say that.
I feel like this is covering my
What's
face.
going on,
So,
what's happening?
yeah, we got you on the mic, got you both on the mic there.
guy.
So let's introduce your special guest in the place.
Hey, Chris The Capo.
Chris The Capo.
Hold on, before I introduce I gotta give him the true voiceover introduction, you see. Right now, alien from South London, man like Chris The Capo!
Making him sound like a boxer, like a champ, like a champ. Like a champ. It's like the champ in the place.
Yeah, man, just give him a little breakdown of, of what you do, bro, and just let them know what's going on. Welcome to
Thank you. First time here.
podcast.
Yeah,
First time
SnapBacks
here and post. Big
FlatCaps,
up
yeah.
post every single time. Chris The Capo, part of Rob Boy Music, artist and brands management. Do a podcast as well. Who influenced me?
Big podcast.
Yeah, listened to it yesterday in the gym.
Thank you. Humbled me. Had a few big guests on there. Shout out to Zoo. Shout out to So Large, Discarded, Slicks, Rapid. Everyone that's been involved in. Trim. That was a good one as well. As well as that, yeah, man. Just like an overall voice and influence or
I would say that.
Do you know what it is? It's like any and everyone's an influencer.
Yeah.
You know, I would say, the kids in secondary school that are locked into Link Up TV and GRM and all various places, that they're influencers as well. You know, yourselves being here, you guys are influencers. So yeah, man, that's a roundup and a recap of who I am.
Yeah, man, it's taste making, right? It's taste making. That's a big part of it.
If one wants to call it that. Everyone's a taste maker, though. I really do feel it. I feel like as if numbers can't dictate, you being a tastemaker. Why should a number dictate and show you like this person's point is valid and this person's not?
Exactly.
I don't believe in that at all.
And numbers be fake as hell nowadays.
Yeah. People be buying numbers.
And you know when like you legitimately, I don't know, for instance, you follow someone and you saw they had a certain amount of followers like a week ago.
Do people still buy views?
Yeah,
and
I won't name something.
I didn't even buy
name
views
it
like that.
but I swear down, I was on his profile a week ago. I saw a certain amount of numbers, and the next week I come by, I'm seeing like mad numbers on the post.
Seriously,
so I'm like, bro, why did you sell out to the number? Why did you do it?
Well, the problem with that is that everyone, if they're doing like when you put yourself forward for stuff, people want. They're like, the first thing they ask is, how many Instagram followers you got? It's nice,
Deep down in your soul,
Yeah,
it's not popping like that, and you know.
But I think that's not helpful anyway. If someone comes, if like let's say a company comes to you and be like, how many followers you got to do this for us? But I think part of them presumes that if you've got say 200,000 followers, that means that
automatically
that you've got 200 people who are going to buy whatever product they're selling or get behind.
Like on social media, I've seen that even down towards the reach. When sometimes you look at the analytics of social media, not to say like I'm phased by numbers and stuff. Sometimes it's like, I'm just keen to see, what is my reach? And there's times where you see that you've got 1,000 something followers, but then when it's your own work, you'll get like, fortunately, if you get 20 retweets, as sad as it is, but if you're just, I don't know, you're cussing, I don't know, footballer or something like that, you'll see that it spreads all over the place. Or it's a funny meme, spreads all over the place. There's sometimes where I've had pointless tweets or pointless things and I'm like, yo, why is this blown? It actually annoys me. I'm thinking, why? Like, I just done this as a joke thing. I don't really care about this, but the stuff I do care about or do want it to get reach.
I think people have been dumbed down a little bit. That's probably why.
Yeah, of course.
What I've noticed with that, but I feel the silent watchers, the increase is very high. Because like when people are watching you on a silent one, so they mention, I was
I see your thing still. I see your thing.
You never would have known. That goes on a lot, man. A a lot of
Do
silent
you know what? I'll be
appreciation.
so honest with you. It's just like whether it's one person or whether it's a million people, my job is done as a person. You know, as long as one person comes back and gives you that feedback, that's what I'm grateful for. To be fair, I've never been one to say I want this amount of people or this amount of love or whatnot. Even if one person says that they like it, I'm appreciative. Even if the person listens to a second of a podcast or anything my name's on, I'm appreciative.
And it's always good, you know. You need to just make sure that the content is out there in the best way possible that you can do, and then it's all up to them after that. You know what I mean? You put it out to the best of your ability.
Some people are too scared to put stuff out. You know, at least you've been courageous enough to do that.
Yeah, trust. You know, get out there into the world, the internet's all that stuff. What's going on with that Valentine's talk though? Because before you,
I was just saying that. What was I saying? I was saying that.
What, you got a Valentine's? You're married though, bro.
No, engaged, not married yet.
Engaged?
Yeah, engaged. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thanks,
man.
man.
How long
I'm
has that been
at since September.
for? Oh, nice.
Yeah. I've been out of the game for a few years now, and I thought, let me just finalise that. Boom. I'm cool, man. It's I don't want. I spent plenty of years out running hose. So now I've done more than enough. So yeah. So
He's the original Craig David.
That's it. So what I was basically saying about Valentine's Day is that isn't it just like an outdated concept? Like, are you gonna really take a woman here and take a woman there unless she wants to?
Yeah.
I mean, you can take women out, but I'm saying that.
Man are gonna be whining and dining out on these.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is.
Pressure.
Yeah, but what I was saying to Joe is that if I'm obviously hypothetically, but if I'm buying a woman big roses and taking her to the shard and buying her a big teddy and you're hiding me on Snapchat, am I a dickhead? That's a real question. Am I and she's hiding me on Snapchat? You know them ones. Listen, let me give you an example. No, this is the highest level. Look, I'm not going to give any names, but I know someone and he took a woman on holiday, like an expensive, nice holiday, and if you look at her Insta, he's not in any of those photos. It's one pic, like she's out there on her J's. I think that's so disrespectful.
Did he want to be posted on her social media?
That's the question. Yeah. Did he want to be?
Listen, if I'm paying for someone to go on holiday, if I'm paying for you to go to Portugal, Bristol, I don't care where it is, I'm in your photos, you know.
Because I'll be honest with you.
Because it's giving that perspective that I've just come on holiday on my jack. Well, you haven't. Like, we've come together. Even if you go on holiday with your friends, you guys have pictures together. Like, oh, here we are at wherever we are. Why?
It's a bit different.
Why?
I feel like as if with partners, maybe.
But they're not.
Like this as well. Like, I prefer privacy. I don't want the world to know. Anyone that's precious to me, like I hold wholeheartedly. I don't want them to be on social media because on social media it gives them an opportunity for someone to look at and criticize. It gives someone an opportunity to open their mouth and say something you may disagree with. Now that person's close to my heart, so anything you may say, I'm gonna take offense to. You can say the most slightest thing, like, "Yo, I don't like that person's trainers." Guess what? I'm gonna punch you in the mouth for that because that person that's my heart. You feel me?
So
with a partner, I'll be protective over them because I don't want them to see my partner.
Yeah. So have you got a partner at the moment? No. I believe I understand where you're coming from, but I know from when you said that you didn't have a partner because I find it hard to believe that
he's going out with that girl.
Who?
That girl is that date.
Oh, I can't even get into that. That's a madness. I can't even. It's so complicated. No.
I don't know what girl you're talking about, G.
Yeah, but it's I feel like that's how you see things as a person, but I feel like if you're with someone, she might think of things differently because she might interpret that as this is why are you hiding me from this? Now you might think, what are you talking about? I'm not hiding you, but she might interpret it that way. So you have to take into consideration what the other person's view is on social media. So my 2 cents on it would be, if that's your thoughts on it and you get into a relationship with someone or think about getting a relationship with someone, tell them that from the get-go.
Oh yeah, 1,000,000%.
100%. And see what happens.
He needed to find out if she was like a social media, what's the word?
Socialite.
Philanthropist or whatnot. because that's how it is nowadays. You may be dating a girl and she's got this social media thing to the T. So as you were saying, like, she's on, big up, rest in peace, Cadet, man, Instagram girls, innit? Like, you know what I mean? She could be one of them Instagram girls, bro. Like, got this to the T, every angle. So she's on a superior marketing thing.
So on a campaign, I can never go out with someone
because
like
she may be plotting her own career, like, you know what I mean, her own campaign
Yeah,
to brand. So,
yeah.
so her being
branding.
exactly. That's there we go. This is what's happening out there. Relationship as branding, bro.
All right, let's keep it simple then. Valentine's Day is on Thursday. What are you doing Thursday, Chris? Chilling. What are you doing Thursday, Dan?
Chilling with women.
Joe?
Europa League's on, I believe.
Rugby
Yeah,
League.
Europa League's on.
Europa
Arsenal
League.
got a game.
Yeah, so we'll work it. So let's say go. Dumb.
That's gonna be tears.
This is gonna be a thing. Yeah, I just.
That's what we're gonna be
Valentine's
doing.
Day.
Valentine's Day. I've just
Just
never
another-
cared about it. I just feel like the man them just give into it because of the pressure of it, and the gal them give into it because they feel insecure. You see right now that the transfer window's open right
Yeah,
now.
you were saying
What I
transfer
say, the
window's
transfer
open.
window's open. You don't want to be that person who's been made to, do a loan move to a temporary club because the starting 11 player's been injured, so you're just covering up for them.
Yeah.
You don't want to be that person. So I've told the man them, I said, listen,
like chill.
secure like your club, innit? Make sure
yeah.
it's a permanent move. Don't be doing these little loan moves for the little season or. Nah, man.
It's
Know
risky
your worth.
business trying to get in the transfer window right now. You know what I mean? So you
Know
have to
your
be
worth,
secure
my
the team.
G's, man.
Yeah.
Even if it's a free transfer like Ramsey and you're securing 400 bags, like make sure it's the right club you're going to, but make sure it's a permanent one. But,
That's
I
mad.
love Valentine's Day stuff.
But all the man them that are out there doing their Valentine's thing with the solid misses and all that.
Yeah.
Who you with? Do your thing in it.
All right. Well, this leads me up to another semi subtopic on that. Just to keep it simple, do you think love exists? And to you, what is love? And to you, what is love?
Right, love.
Because this is interesting. The reason why I say this is because you two,
Yeah.
to my knowledge,
Yeah.
have not got significant others.
Yeah.
I'm someone who has a significant other. You know what I'm
Love is
saying?
loyalty, man. Loyalty is I'm big on loyalty. So love is definitely loyalty. I need loyalty in the love. That's one of the main things. So you can't be like, for instance, if we're on holiday doing all of that stuff there, like naturally, if we're in love, like we're naturally gonna take a couple pics, innit, on a natural one. It's not gonna be like, no, oh, let's have a photo shoot. We're gonna be like just having a vibe in the energies, in the aura of the facility, and we're living life, we're loving life, we're loving each other, we're taking photos, quick snaps, whatever, innit?
So love is loyalty.
Love is loyalty, and that's one of the main.
What about
things.
you, Chris?
Loyalty
What's
and
love?
Trust, bro. You know what I mean? Them two things.
Do you know what it is? I say love is like a covenant
Okay.
between you two and God to some extent.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? I see love as like you can only give love if you have it first and foremost.
Yeah.
You need self-love in order to give love, and also with that is that with love we all have our different ideologies on it because it's come from media, it's come from our own interpretations of what love is. I feel like as if you can only really know love, when you truly know yourself and you're truly happy within yourself as well first, and that's what you give it.
To love yourself first.
Yeah, a lot of people don't. I do agree with that. Some people get into relationships and they don't
know what it is.
They're not. Yeah, I feel like you need to know your worth.
Or they bank on someone. They bank on someone to say like
Fulfill their happiness
to
almost.
fulfill their own happiness and to fulfill their own voids that they have within themselves that they haven't tackled. You feel me? So that's what I feel. I feel like love is a covenant. Love is a promise. That you're gonna be with that person and stick with that person regardless. It's sort of like family. As much as family may piss you off and irritate you, you can't just walk away from them. They're still there. That you still do things for them regardless because you have that unconditional love for them. Same way it should be for your bedrooms, for your partners, for whoever. You feel me? But that's my definition of what love is.
Mine's just simple. Mine's just hard to imagine. It's just impossible to imagine life without that person.
Yeah.
That's to me what love is in the simplest form, and that's it. That's how I take it. Just that's it.
I respect that.
So that's just me. But whilst we're getting deep, we should really talk about.
What's your rollout love song? What's your rhythm? What's your
What my
what's your tune?
my tune?
What
my
love rhythm?
Well, I know our tune is
you must have like
our tune is
yeah.
John Legend, All of Me. It's a bit of a bait one, but that's one. Yeah, a bit of a bait one. Yeah, it's a bare bait. So Yeah, but you know, we're still learning as well. This is an important thing actually, because obviously in the run up to the wedding, we thinking about music and playlists and all those kind of things. So I'm sure it'll, because we have to think of an entry song and the rest of it. So we will, that will expand most definitely. But what I wanted to say is that in the presence of talking of love, as we know, we lost Cadet very recently. Which was, I know you went to the memorial, memorial
service.
Yeah.
You know, Hyde Park, great turnout, fantastic turnout. So many people, unbelievable, man. You know, such a very touching tribute. You know, 4 p.m. all the balloons went in the air. You know, it was just amazing. Cadet, everybody out there screaming his name. Who is it? Cadet. You know, it was very touching. You know, from a guy. Who, you know, a guy with a sharp pen, sharp lyrical sword, excellent MC, artist, good guy. If you ever met that guy, great energy all the time, always smiling. You know, a guy that, you know, was underrated in the scene as well. You know what I mean? But was finally getting the rewards of his career. You know, his tune was in the charts for weeks upon weeks. You know, doing shows, killing it. And you know, when I could see the energy. How he was, you know, from our first interview to chatting to him on the red carpet just last year at the N10 premiere, and seeing his energy, you know what I mean, and how happy he looked, and that's infectious, you know what I mean. You know, when a man is, you can feel his energy and powers, and feel that a man is blessed, bro, and then for his life to be taken in such a cruel thing of a car crash.
Yeah, it was, and it was literally taken. That's the best way to describe it, because it's just. Yeah, it's
I was shocked, bro. I was shocked. I didn't even believe it when I first heard it.
I didn't. I heard it in the morning and I was just like...
But then, went on the timeline, saw the first Insta pic, saw the second one, and I thought, no, say it so, you know. And Chris, you know, Cadet is a guy, obviously me and Chris, like, we grew up in the same era and stuff, but we ended up working at the BBC together. And Cadet was a guy who's always around at the Beebs as well, and he was always be around. I was saying to her, I saw Nikita yesterday at the service, and she was someone that worked at One Extra as well, and she was saying to me, he was a guy that was always at One Extra. He was just like the family, part of the furniture. He was always there, like, you know.
I think with Cadet, what made it sad was that because like, I'm from Lewisham, so. We couldn't really listen to other people from other sides. Like we couldn't listen to the Peckermutes, we couldn't listen to, you know, the Croydon guys and whatnot. But we still would listen to Gypset. So I'm talking the old school lineup of Killer Cones, Crep Tally, Reds, you know, Cadet. When Younger Drama was making tunes with them, and Charms, R.I.P. Charms, when he was making tunes with them as well. You feel me? Like, so when we was listening to Cadet. It was from back those days, from, you know, Nutty Violins, them type of days, them Gypset days. So to see now, of the way he just transitioned into an artist, and it was sad because this was his breakthrough moment, and it feels like as if it was robbed from him. You know, he finally got the wireless call up. You know, charted a single that was in the top 40 for how many weeks? You know, getting the accolades and the recognition. I
think it's top 15 now.
Deserved. It's top 15 now. I'm not surprised if it'll end up going top 10 after this, bro.
100%.
So it just kept on growing more, and it felt like as if this was going to be the moment where he was a household name. You know, there's some names you see that as soon as they release a tune, you're seeing like 200,000-300,000 views within a day. Like Cadet was beginning to get to that name, and it just felt like, you know, it'd been stripped away from, it'd been robbed away from him, you know, so prematurely. And the reason you hear the saying, "The good die young," and it sounds very cliche. Very, very cliche. We hear it all the time, but this is a prime example of that. Of someone who's just a very clean-hearted guy, a very clean-hearted brother, and it's just gone, just like that. And it's sad. It's proper sad, man. It's proper sad. And just condolences to his family, to his friends, to his team. You know, condolences, man. Condolences.
Yeah, man. Underrated legends. You know. Condolences to Wesley. You know, Corey. Ruben, you know, the whole team, man, the whole team, you know, that was a gifted MC. You know, in the UK scene, you know, I would say there's rare talents that, this is the small scene we have here, so it's like, there's rare, I play a lot of different music on my show, but I've always been a man, I love a sharp lyrical sword, innit? I take that quote and saying from RZA from the Wu-Tang Clan, you know, And I always emphasize that, you know, having a sharp sword, it means just having lyrical ability, being good with words.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it means if you don't understand what I'm saying, like sharp sword. Yeah, so it's having a strong lyrical ability. He was a great storyteller.
Yeah, definitely.
Rhyme patterns. You know what I mean? Rhyme patterns. Rhyme patterns. You know, even when I interviewed Cadet, we were talking about rhyme patterns. I said, how do you like, you start so kind of chill and you kind of maneuver your pattern and then build your energy. And he said to me, bro, it's like, I just get excited with life. Like, I start, and it's the same energy he has in person. He says, the more I talk to you, the more excited I get. And it's the same with the bars he was saying. And I was like, that sums him up, bro. It's like, that's how the man was, bro. It's like, when he talks, he gets more passionate as he goes on. And it was the same with the MCing, you know. You can hear it, it's a build, and it's an explosion, you know. He hits like a pinnacle point, you know. So that's a man that really respected his pen. And before, I won't even, well, the radio show's going out today, so it don't even matter. But and he also gave me his top 3 MCs of all time in my interview. You know, he said Ransom was one of his favorite MCs, Kendrick Lamar, and Krypton Conan. Those were his top 3 MCs. You know what I mean? And that just shows you the lyrical ability of those guys and how focused he was with having, you know, lyrical guys and really focusing on having a sharp pen. And with that, I'm maneuvering, you know, to make tunes that are relevant to what the people and what the young people are liking and transcending. And that's what he's done fully, bruv. Like, you know, and it's
evolved well.
The evolvement, and it's still great lyrical wordplay within the songs. You know what I mean? And the production, everything marinated at the right time. And it is. And I always said, life is bloody cruel, man. Life can be cruel sometimes, and it's been cruel on this occasion, bro.
Yeah.